given that we shut down in Texas with below freezing temperatures and precipitation, what have you been up to during this period of duress?
Taxes. I've been sitting in front of QuickBooks and Excel spreadsheets, nonstop doing taxes,
Wow.
home projects, and hanging out with my lovely wife, who's also luckily been off since Monday.
That's like 1.5 out of 3 good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Wife good. Home projects, get something done, mildly enjoyable, fulfilling at least. Taxes, not going to jail. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Trying not to.
Yeah. You would have plenty of time to grow your beard out, so that would be cool.
True. We just hit, 32 days.
Yeah.
I shaved on the 1st. I haven't had a drink or a razor touch my face since the 1st of January.
How about your locks? Has a razor touched your locks?
We still got the locks. They just bund up tight.
So you're at the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Are you trying to be Samson?
No, I'm just trying to die slow.
Oh. That sounds... Never mind. We won't go to the new stuff. Anyway, so I got to see you last Friday night. It was a great high-energy show, and as a photography geek, the sound guy did a great job on the lighting and, kind of played along to my whims, so I really appreciate that.
The lighting was awesome,
And
man.
somehow I got, in-focus pictures of every member of your band, including you. So I was pretty happy with it. What'd you think?
It was great. The pictures were awesome, and then some of the ones you got, I think you posted on Facebook. I haven't been checking socials much, so you might have posted more since or more before, but it's kind of from my back, over my shoulder shot. It kind of gets the crowd a little bit, some stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It was the first show I've ever had a beard or worn a beanie, so I kind of looked like I don't know, like a skinny lumberjack on stage or something. It was interesting because it didn't look like normal me. With my trucker hat and clean-shaven little boy look.
Well, speaking of dying slowly, 2 of us have something going for us, in common even. Not many things in common, but this in common. With the simple application of a sharp blade, we can take 10 to 15 years off our appearance like that.
Easy.
It's crazy.
I'm 33, and I think most of the time when I'm clean-shaven and get the hair down and I'm out playing and people ask how old I am, it's usually like a mid to late 20s. I make people guess. I don't tell anybody I'm 33. But I think not shaving a month, I think I'm easily working on 40, 43.
Yeah. I mean, being somewhere near there myself, I would say 37, 38, just to be generous to myself.
A healthy 39.
Because if you look 43, then I've lived a hard life, and maybe I have. But I'd like to see you as 37 right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, you lived a hard life.
Yeah. It's not hard living. It's just hard on you.
Yeah.
So
I'd say Friday night show. Man, that was so much fun. Damn, it's almost been a week. So much fun being improv, because I was pretty dead set that I was either going to do solo or the White Stripes duo thing with Nathan.
Yeah.
And then it was night before, talked to Big John. He seemed excited for us to do a full band thing. Talked to the guys. They kind of had seemed like, yeah, no, do your thing, man. You've been wanting to do this for a while. Just kind of do something different, do it. And I haven't been wanting to do the full band thing until I get ready to start promoting this new music. Not sure when we're going to start dropping it, but it's nice to kind of take a hiatus and feel a little disconnected from what I'd done for the last, let's say 2021 after COVID. 2019 was like, hey, I'm going to see if I can dip my toe into music. 2021 and 2022 was like, I'm doing this thing, and I'm taking names, and I'm going to say I belong. I don't know. The young man's vigor and attitude, trying to prove it to myself, even though I was pretending to prove it to other people. And then outgrow that happy to be here attitude. And then it's now I'm just kind of let's just disconnect from it and get ready to just, I'm a musician and I'm going to throw some stuff out there and we'll see what happens, but it's nice to be disconnected from it. And so I thought playing the full band show, I didn't want to, because I thought it would still kind of be that. And I've been from the not drinking to the not shaving to the other life choices to like adhere to them. I thought it'd be good to adhere to the kind of the conviction of I'm not going to do the full band thing like we have for a while. And somehow in doing it the way we did, it was like the first show I can remember in so long that us four were on stage and we were just like, the sole purpose of all play had nothing to do with getting paid, nothing to do with promoting anything, nothing to do with, proving a point. Or it was just four people who started playing music because they really loved to play music and really liked to do it with each other and friendship and camaraderie and company, as well as that tone being set by how awesome all the Lowdown band members are, and you being there in a venue that we love. Yeah. They seem to reciprocate that feeling towards us when we're there. So it just felt like four people came together and went and played a rock and roll show because they love it and just because it's fun.
Yeah.
And it just like, I can't remember the last time a show felt like that.
That's awesome. Well, what I think in any type of performance, whether it's a lawyer in court or a band on stage or an actor, a lot of little things being super positive can like build a synergy that's greater than the whole. So like Hanks is a great venue. Mm-hmm. Your band was there because they wanted to be there. Mm-hmm. You were there, and I think you were excited about getting to play with Lowdown again. Mm-hmm. Lowdown was excited that you were there, and y'all, I think, are mutual fans of each other. And a lot of times you don't have that between an opener and a headliner. You either get stuck with them or you have to just bring somebody on or whatever. But no drama between anybody there. All positive love of music, excited to be there. And, the sound guy was excited. The staff was excited. Like, the owner was excited. There was a lot of good things going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great vibes. I think it's kind of, there's a, even music is a capitalist industry, and we're all grinding, trying to graduate to the next level so that we can get paid more and get a little easier, cooler shows and all that stuff. But it's art. It's really supposed to be about what it was on Friday night, and that was just so cool.
Yeah.
Big old love fest.
I was happy I got to be there, and also, like, I've been expecting a Dustin Massey Lowdown Drifter show in either direction as a co-headliner, or you headlining and them opening, or them headlining and you opening. I've been wanting to see that since like June in Idaho. Yeah. And I'm not happy I had to wait that long, but it was worth it and fun. So
I think we'll definitely do more of it, especially with us for most of this year being very, very selective, not playing just to pick up every show that we can go pick up, just playing specifically what we want and intentionally for that reason. I think definitely bodes for some more shows at Lowdown this year.
Yeah. Well, no matter how generous we are and how good of people we think are, I know I'm fundamentally selfish. And I think a lot of people that watch this are fundamentally selfish. And the question is, like, the songs you played Friday night, and you've played a couple other times, and you like teased me with like 15 seconds of a track with Bo Serrato and Shane on it. When is everybody going to get to hear this new music?
Did you just say Bo Serrato? That's great. So Bo Bedford produced my last record, but Josh Serrato is producing the new one. Well, you could combine them together, and they'd be a force for good, I would imagine. Incredible producers. But yeah, I'm not sure, man. Originally, I had thought it was going to be like March or April. We'd release the first single, but I'm just not in any rush. We finished up doing a handful of songs, and they're like ready to go to mastering. And then we were like, why send them to mastering? Why not do a whole nother batch of songs and then see how many songs we want to get together and maybe get an album's worth instead of just an EP's worth? And once we've sent more like somewhere between 8 to 12 songs off to mastering, then start picking which ones are going to be single releases, an EP release, an album release, etc. There's really not, the only plan that we're sticking to is just new stuff, keeping it under wraps for the most part, and being real patient. Other than we're going to periodically tease the new music at shows and not make a big deal out of it. Just play it because it's fun for us.
Well, there's an inexperienced and highly ADD promoter on your next solo outing. People might get a glimpse of a new song.
Yeah.
And nothing at all has been posted about it because I don't have a poster together yet because I've been distracted by squirrels and stuff. So when's the next time people could like stop in and see you in Fort Worth?
As it sits right now, it's March 25th, right?
Well, about a month earlier.
February 25th. Sorry. February 25th. February 25th at Showdown on Camp Bowie West Side.
Yes, sir. And you're going to be playing with someone you played with Friday night.
Old Big John will be there, and then as we confirmed, anybody else going to be there?
Scott Copeland.
Yep, that's going to be really cool. I'm going to tell some stories about. Scott won't remember any of it, but when Mags opened up and I had like freshly turned 21, I would go to Mags when Scott Copeland had, I think it was a Wednesday night residency.
Yeah.
And I thought it was great to go. One of his band is incredible, but I'm just a big fan, have been for a long time. And I would go in and watch Tharp shred guitar and Scott play his songs, and he would periodically heckle me. At that time, I was a college athlete, and I was, I guess I maybe had just been a college athlete. I was done, but being 6'5", and I was a pretty large, I guess, somewhat athletic-looking guy. I think Scott was like a quarterback back in the day or something, right?
Yeah, did he play at Oklahoma State, I believe?
He was like a good football player or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess he noticed I was an athlete, and he would give me a hard time from the stage for looking like why did you play quarterback, son? I don't know. It was just always very endearing to me and fun that Scott Copeland would acknowledge my existence when I would be one of a handful of people on a Wednesday night residency hanging out. But that was pre any real plans to ever try to play music. I just being a fan of the scene. But it'll be really cool to play with him and share some stories.
Well, I'm happy about it because we got kind of 3 parts at least, and there may be some surprise announcements coming up.
Nice.
3 parts of Fort Worth music playing together in a cool setting, in a historic setting in some ways. If you're into like honky tonk history and bar history, you have Scott Copeland, songwriter extraordinaire and completely Fort Worth, guy and living legend, right? And then you have you and your Fort Worth, despite, a sojourn up in the mountains of Colorado and stuff, to, your spiritual journey.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have one of the newest artists in Fort Worth, Big John, who has kind of embraced this town and, quickly become part of not just playing, being here, living here in a house, but become part of the community and I think been an asset to the community, besides being a badass artist. So I think it's pretty cool to have all that in the 50th anniversary of a place that, as little as over a decade ago, was a jam and honky tonk on Friday and Saturday nights where you could go see live music. So I think it's pretty cool. And part of my hang up on getting posters out is Ryan and I have gone through like 5 different drafts, and I've exhausted him and frustrated him because he comes up with something brilliant and I just take a crap all over it. So thank you, Ryan Klein, for putting up with me. But I think the poster should meet like the occasion, and I'm not really worried about promoting it because there's a built-in crowd there. But I want the poster because I want it on my damn wall with everybody's autograph. I want it there when I'm 60 years old to say I was part of that. So
right, that's cool, man.
Anyway,
I know you're going to do a great job with it, and the poster's going to turn out awesome, and it's going to be a great night. And looking forward to that. We got 3 weeks from this Saturday?
Something like that.
Friday or Saturday?
No pressure or anything.